WRL, real life, is before you all yet once again. I have a matter, of very importance that each Black American should hear and know about. You all know and probably have seen how the white farmers from South Africa came to America, and they stated to Trump that they were being genocide. And they were all up in a frenzy. They didn't know what to do, how to do, when, or why to do. And they were so grateful that Trump allowed them into America. Well, all of that was a lie, and you all know that. When they were in South Africa, the Black people there did not want to do it any longer. They wanted the Black people to there in South Africa to work hours and hours and hours at a time and not really getting paid enough money to take care of their needs as well as their families' need. And so the Black people in Africa, they said, no, we're not going to do this. And then not only that, it was other things that the white people wanted there in South Africa. They wanted the gold, but mainly they were interested in Black people there in South Africa to work for them on their farms without little to nothing of a pay and the many, many hours. So they decided, they got together and they made up this scheme to tell Donald Trump that they were being genocide. And they made this complaint to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump took it all in and told them, come on to America. None of these people, these white farmers, were genocide. It didn't happen, people. They wanted to get out because they realized that Black people in Africa was not going to work for them any longer off of the little amount of money that they would be receiving if they received any monetary value at all for all hours of the day. And so they came here to America, and now they are amazed, astonished why Black people here in America does not want to work on their farms that they have set up here in America. But then they are offering, and you all probably know this too, they are offering farm workers $11 per hour, 9 to 10 hours a day, 7 days per week, starting the month of May all the way to July. Well, that's the summer month. But then what about the winter harvesting? So you have the fall, not the winter, but the fall harvesting. And so what about that? Because they have no intentions of netting up a Black person. If they didn't do it in South Africa, they're not going to do it here in America. And so Black people they're not, you know, what's wrong with these Black people? They don't want to work on our farms? No, no, because what they are advertising are lies. They stated from May to July, but it will be longer. It will be August, September, then it will go on to the fall. These white farmers, they don't realize what they do, and they realize as well too that Black people, in South Africa as well as Black people here in America, they're not going to do it because what they're trying to do, along with Trump, they're trying to bring slavery back here in America, and it starts with working on the farms. If you go back and remember your ancestors, where did they start? They started on the farm from the time the sun came up until the time the sun went down. They were working on the farm. They were putting tobacco and they were putting cotton and all kind of stuff. And they were tired. But now what these farmers are saying, they want people to pick blueberries, oranges, and things of that nature, the fruits, all of us alive, is just a ploy to get you involved and to get you out there on that field. And once you get on that field, there's no turning back. So, and we, the resistance team, don't want any of you to fall for it. But you see, they're not looking so much for the professional Blacks. They're looking for the ignorant blacks, those who are of small nature, small caliber mentally, those who don't have jobs and they're so desperate to have employment, they're looking for them. They want the ignorant, just like it was back with our ancestors. They didn't, our ancestors, the male and the female, if they had intelligence or show intelligence, then they would work in the house. But those who didn't have intelligence, who they felt didn't have intelligence, male or female, they would have them working out in the field. Well, this is what they are doing today. This is what they want to do today. They're not looking so much at for the professional. They're looking for those who, number one, who are eager, who are really eager in trying to find work. Number two, those who have very little IQ. Number three, they want to say something to you and they're thinking and they're believing that you don't understand exactly what they're saying. Number four, they're going to make it just as pretty as it can be, wash it just as pretty as it can be. But you all to sit back and say, hey, this is a chance, this is an opportunity. But they fail to, which they fail to tell you, it's not failing. They don't want to tell you the real outcome of why they want to hire you. Now, let's take for a moment how a farm looks. You have the farm as a big field, and in that field you got some farmers that are planting tobacco, cotton, but now they're saying that they want to plant fruit. Well, it's not as easy as what you think. Is from the time the sun rises until the time the sun goes down. And they are saying, 9 to 10 hours a day, straight through, no breaks, because they and Trump wants it to be slavery once again. They're trying to get it back to slavery. And you brothers and sisters out there, whether you're in South Africa or whether you're right here in the United States of America, don't fall for it. Be smart. Don't let them take you back to slavery. If we could go back and just hear the cries and the woes of our ancestors, they don't want to be out there in that field working, putting tobacco, planting fruit, cotton, and they didn't want to be there. But they had no other choice, no other opportunity to be able to do so. Well, today, in this 20th century, we have the opportunity to be able to overcome that. Don't be fools, Black people. Do not do it. I don't care how nice, how smooth they may talk, or how smooth it may be. Don't fall for the crap. Now, there was a friend of ours, and that friend that we have of ours, she had a brother or a family member. It's not so much as a brother, a family member. And that they came upon him one day and they to him, you want to work on a farm? And he didn't have any employment, no job whatsoever. And he said, on a farm. And the white man said, yeah, we'll pay you good. We'll bring you back home on the weekends. You have to stay Monday to Friday. We'll bring you back home on the weekends. We'll feed you, and plus we'll pay you for your working. Well, they had already gathered 2 or 3 other guys in the truck. So this family member of the person that I'm talking about decided, okay, I'll go. And they got onto the back of the truck and they took him way out, big old farm. And he worked Monday, set up, sunrise. Tuesday, the same thing. When it came to Friday and the work was done, he went to the man and said, I'm going to go home and come back, Monday. And the farmer said, no, you're not going anywhere. You're not leaving here. And not only with him, but the rest of the men that came with him, and they were all Black. And they worked these men, they worked them and worked them so that they didn't have enough strength to try to even leave. But this one particular man, which is our friend's family member, he decided, I have to get off this farm. I have to leave. And he left. Somehow, some way, he left. And he left and he came back to where he was picked up from, and he told everyone there, don't go there. Don't go there. And then they came looking for him because they wanted him to come back to the farm. Number one, he knew too much. And so what they did, they hid him. His family and his friends hid him so no one could find where he was. It's going to be the same way, people. These farmers are dangerous. They are very dangerous. They are making it look so grand, so pretty for you, because they know that the majority of Black people are out of work. They feel that the majority of Black people will take anything or do anything. You just swing money in front of their faces, or even talk money. Black people, especially Black men, and the women too as well, they will go down and yell, yes, I want the job. Yes, I do. Without realizing the true nature of their employment. It's not even an employment. Be smart. This is why those farmers came from South Africa to America, because they knew that the South Africans over there were not going to do it any longer. No, we're not going to do this. You're not going to make us slaves. So they decided, along with 47 Trump, they decided, well, we'll tell him, and Trump knew that they were not genocide. Trump knew this, but to get the plan going on, we'll say that you all were genocide. We'll go along with that, and you all start your farms here, and we will have the Black race of people to work on those farms. That's why they took away all of the Spanish and the Mexicans. They didn't want them to be on these farms. They only wanted the Black race of people. It may sound a little foolish in the way that I am presenting it to you all, but it's true. They are trying to take the Black race back to slavery. Don't let them do this. Don't let them do this. And if you could hear the voice of the ancestors from long ago, they're stating, if you just be still and listen, they're saying to you, no, don't let them start this over again. And that's what Trump wants to do. They are trying to make as much hell on Black people than it ever has been. Black people, be smart. Stand up. You are somebody. We are somebody. We are not people to go work and be slaves from the time the sun rises until the time the sun sets. $11 an hour is nothing. It's nothing. And then I'm going to tell you this. You think that you're going to get your pay for working from sunrise to sunset? You're not. Did you hear what Trump said? Trump said that, he's taking the taxes away from the smaller generation of people. But the wealthy generation of people, they will have their taxes. So by the time you work from sunrise to sunset, and you're thinking that, hey, I'm going to have some money. No, you won't, because every dollar, if they did give you something, it will be going for taxes. That you have to think, people. Think. Don't allow this to happen. You're more than what these white farmers are saying that you are. Don't let them play on your intelligence. I don't care if you didn't finish high school. I don't care if you didn't finish the 6th grade. You have common sense. And that's what they're banking on. They're banking on Blacks not having good common sense. This is why Black people have to stop fighting each other, stop arguing with each other, and get along and unite with each other. Not only Black people, they're not asking the white people to be open to work on their farms, no. But even you white people out there, you have to unite with the Blacks. And Black people, you have to be willing to accept these white people. Those who you know is cordial exactly as you are. I'm not talking about these white people who are racist. I'm talking about the true non-racist white people. And we do have them out there. But you see, with our defense of hatred so much, we are just blocking them out. And we're thinking that they are one too, but they're not. This is why Black people in particular, we have to come together. We have to unite together. And when you see a white farmer, male or female, they're trying to overtake one of your black brothers, step in, hey, what are you doing? And 9 times out of 10, that young black brother or that young black sister would tell you, they're trying to take me away. Well, then you step in and say, hell no. Because I know we, the resistance team, and we saw something like that, we are going to step in and we're going to we're not going to be silent. And so this is what you all must do. Don't work on these farms. If you work on anyone's farm, let it be your own damn farm and not tell those of the white farmers. They told a lie to get over here. Don't lie. Saying that South Africans, the black South Africans, they were genociding them. That all of that was a lie just to get over here. And Trump knows it. Trump knows it. He tried to show a video, a picture to President Cyril. And what did he do? He said, no, he said, that's the wrong picture. But he stayed calm. And we are so glad he stayed calm because Trump wanted him to get outrageous and angry. And the first thing he would have said is that's how them black people are. You can't talk to them. But he stayed calm. And it was no sham for him to come to the White House. It wasn't staged. Some people say it was staged. No, it wasn't staged. And the reason why you say it was staged because you did not do your research to find it. When we found out that man was coming to the White House, President Cyril, we did our investigation. And so it was not staged. But the man is cool, calm, and collected. He was. He was not going to let himself be overwhelmed with, trying to be boisterous in what Trump has stated. And so this is what we're saying to you all out there, people. Don't fall for the ridiculousness. These white farmers, they want black people to come and build up their crops, build up their fruits. And then what is done, you all won't get any of it. You see, and the paid $11 an hour, this is why they're not embarking on the professional black person, or as they call them, the professional nigger. They are embarking on those who they feel does not have common sense. And I know a lot of you want to work, and you want to do this and that, because we have been places. We have heard talks from so many different grades of people, and they want to work. This is why the resistance steps in and try to do as much as we can. We can't help the whole world, but we try to do as much as we can. But don't fall for this crap. Don't fall for it. If they want their trees, oranges, apples, strawberries, blueberries, what have you, to be planted and grown, let them do it themselves. Let them do it themselves. We're not here to help those people. And when they told a lie on the South Africans already, talking about the South Africans genocide them, if they are saying that about the South Africans, what makes you think they won't say that about you? Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up and think. We are a nation of black people. And we will include the white people. Yes, we will. Because there are a lot of white people who feel the same way that we feel. And we all stand together, united with the power. We can stop a lot of this. So that's what Billy R.L. and the resistance team wants to leave with you all. Think, wake up, and know that you have been fed the facts and the truth and given knowledge, and all three equals power. And you have the power. You have the power to stand up against these farmers and say, hell no. You got the power. With knowledge, it comes the power of fire. So be strong because you are strong. Let no one tear your self-egos down. We are a powerful nation. A powerful nation. Our ancestors were powerful back in the day, and they passed the seed on to us, and we are just as powerful. So, with that, power we extend to each and every one of you love, peace, and you know what comes with that power. This is Billy R.L. Real Life speaking on the behalf of the resistance team. And we'll see you all on the next round. Bye.